Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Sheep's Clothing, and this is a new thriller from director Kyle McConaughey, and this film is based off of a story from both Nick Heyman and Aaron Pfeiffer, who were the two stars of the film, along with the director, and McConaughey and Pfeiffer are the ones who wrote the film. And this film stars Pfeiffer as Mansa, a principal of a high school who winds up getting beaten and having a traumatic brain injury and winds up being part of this church led by Nick Heyman's pastor. And when things go awry and there's a murder that needs to be covered up in this church, this pastor coerces Mansa to be involved. And you see a very vulnerable performance from Pfeiffer because this character has this traumatic brain injury. There's a lot of little ticks in terms of the performance trying to replicate somebody dealing with this kind of brain injury, and I think Pfeiffer's performance is very empathetic. We feel for him. We fear for him. This crazy, uncomfortable situation where they're trying to cover things up, and the wife of the man who's been killed is texting and trying to find him and locating, and you have all these elements that keep complicating this situation. And Pfeiffer really anchors this film in his performance with this character, and even Heyman, who plays this pastor, delivers an interesting and complicated character. What really works about this film is that it deals with faith in a respectful but also challenging way. You see how faith can be distorted, faith can be manipulated, and seeing how both Mansa and this pastor deal with their faith, where it leads them and what choices that they make, and where this whole situation will push both of them as human beings turns out to be a very engrossing and complicated gray story that really takes a hard look at what's really bad and what's wrong, and how far will you go to try to support those that have been good to you, because that's the challenging situation, as this pastor has brought Mansa in and helped him find some new meaning in his life, but now this pastor is completely taking advantage of that and really muddying their relationship. And this film was great on such a micro budget. Looks like a film that's made with a handheld camera, and they're just going for it. But they make such great work of its themes, its ideas. It makes you think. It's complicated. It has some twists and turns. It has some good performances, and all of this together overcomes this feeling of you can tell this was a very small budgeted film, but it's still able to deliver something meaningful and poignant, and I was quite impressed by it. But those are my thoughts on Sheep's Clothing. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.